Well, good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network for tonight's presentation of Heartland Championship Wrestling. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with action from the Atlantic Wrestling Federation. It is a big show here tonight on a Wednesday night. Actually, I'm behind schedule. These were the matches I had intended to broadcast on Saturday, but I took off and went to a basketball game instead. So we are here now with Atlantic Wrestling Federation action from Orlando. And we have 3 championship matches to present here live. It will be in our main event, the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, as Vader defends against Nick Bockwinkel. Should be a tremendous main event tonight. Before that, we'll have Barry Windham defending the Atlantic Heavyweight Championship against Ernie the Big Cat Ladd. And to kick things off here in a few moments, we will have the Midnight Express defending the Atlantic Tag Team Championships against the Steiner brothers. As we say hello in the chat room to referee James Lawrence III. Thank you for coming by to check things out tonight. Before we went live, we did have some matches to kick things off here in Orlando. Our opening contest saw Curt Hennig win by disqualification over the debuting Danny Spivey. Ric Flair was up next, and he took a submission win over Owen Hart, as we say good evening to Cleveland baseball fan 879. So Hennig and Flair have both been to the top of the mountain and are trying to work their way back up. So they were in the first 2 matches of the show. Harlem Heat came on next for a victory in tag team action, picking up the win over Roddy Piper and Cowboy Bob Orton. Booker T picking up the pinfall in that one with the Harlem Hangover. Sergeant Slaughter was next, and he took out Ricky the Dragon Steamboat surprisingly decisively. And just before we went to the air, it was the Intelligent, the Sensational Destroyer, taking down the Iron Sheik with the figure 4 leg lock. And that brings us to the first title match of the night, as the defending champions, the Midnight Express, take on the Steiner brothers in tag team competition. Jim Cornette at ringside for the Midnights. And they will get, of course, the 2 pin saves apiece. Cornette's will count towards the total. And it will be Beautiful Bobby to start things off against Rick Steiner, the dog-faced gremlin, as the fans here in Orlando are cheering on the Steiners. And, right away, we are going to the Random Events book. The opening initiative roll is tied, and that will take us to the Face to the Mat Highlight Center booklet for some shenanigans. In tag team competition, it will be Rick Steiner rolling on the book. And on a roll of 32 is Steiner heavy. He is the heaviest man in this match. Opponent injured after being fallen on by wrestler. Opponent's partner must finish match by himself. That's a little extreme, but we'll give Stan Lane a point of fatigue for that, as Rick Steiner gets tangled up and takes out the leg of Sweet Stan Lane at the beginning of the match. So he'll start with 1 fatigue token, and Steiner will be on the offense against Beautiful Bobby as we get things started. Steiner goes with some big right hands, but Eaton's not going to take any of that. He fires right back, ducks under and goes behind Steiner and takes him down hard to the mat with the divorce court, ripping at that right arm of Rick Steiner, the Steiner line arm. Bobby Eaton with a good game plan to start things off here. Steiner is not able to get over and tag his brother. He is down, and Eaton is immediately going to follow that up with a trip to the top rope. And here we go with the death jump. Off comes Eaton from the top rope, but on a roll of 5, Eaton doesn't get there quick enough. And it is Rick Steiner who grabs Eaton and throws him off the turnbuckle and down to the canvas hard. A big round of applause from the fans here in Orlando, as Steiner now is in control. Steiner is just going to pitch Bobby Eaton out of the ring, and here we go. Eaton outside the ring, and it is a pure 6 brawl. Both men duking it out. And on a roll of 7, the decision goes to the wrestler on offense, which in this case is Rick Steiner, and he will remain in control. And Steiner now is going to go for a big German suplex. That is a choice H maneuver, meaning he'll need a death jump roll to complete that. And against a death jump rating of B, he nails it. Steiner nails the German suplex. He's going to go for the cover. The pin roll is a 3 or lower, and on a roll of 6, Bobby kicks out. Rick Steiner now in control, tags to brother Scotty, and they're going to go for a double team move, and they go for a deadly face first double suplex. Now Scotty's going to go for the cover. The pin roll is 4, and on a pin roll of snake eyes, he may get him. Jim Cornette's going to try for the distraction, and he is not able to get it done. Scotty Steiner, after the big double team suplex, was able to make the cover. Rick Steiner quickly knocked Jim Cornette off of the ring apron to prevent the disqualification and distraction, and just like that, new Atlantic Tag Team Champions have been crowned. Congratulations to Rick and Scotty, the Steiner brothers. They are your new Atlantic Tag Team Champions in a match that barely lasted 5 minutes. Rick and Scotty on the double team were able to pin Bobby Eaton and prevent Jim Cornette from doing anything about it, as the Steiners celebrate in the ring with the fans, and the Midnight Express does not know what hit him. Jim Cornette is enraged and outraged, and they're having a group hug and a good cry on the ring apron, or on the floor outside the ring, as Rick and Scotty celebrate becoming the new Atlantic Tag Team Champions. Congratulations to the Steiner brothers for a shockingly fast victory in tonight's opening televised match. New Atlantic Tag Team Champions crowned. Congratulations to Rick and Scotty for getting it done. All right, as we say hello to Derek Bauman in the chat room. Derek, I hope you didn't blink, or else you missed tonight's opening tag team title match with the Steiners taking the belts from the Midnight Express. In shocking fashion. All right, we go to our next contest. This is also a title match. This is for the Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. The challenger, 320 pounds, out of Houston, Texas. He is a former Atlantic Heavyweight Champion in his own right. He is Ernie, the Big Cat Ladd. And your reigning and defending champion, 6'7", 273 pounds, out of Sweetwater, Texas. He is Barry Windham. So 2 very big men squaring off with the Atlantic Heavyweight Championship on the line. Windham and Ladd. Windham is not a beloved figure as a member of the Four Horsemen. James J. Dillon is at ringside to provide the encouragement if necessary, but he probably knows better a thing or two than to tangle with Ernie the Big Cat Ladd. Ernie Ladd, also a double tough individual, and also not someone who is beloved by the fans here in the AWF. So it's heel versus heel with the title on the line, as Windham and Ladd square off in the center of the ring, and it is Ladd who wins the initiative roll. And Ladd on the opening lockup is going to go for a football tackle, and down goes Windham. Windham didn't see that coming as Ladd got the jump on him, takes him down with a football tackle, goes for the cover, but on a roll of 7, Windham kicks out of that. Already Ladd has taken control in this matchup, and Ladd now is going to go with hard stomps to the body as Windham tries to get to his feet. Wyndham gets to his feet, and Ladd takes him off his feet with a big clothesline. Wow, Wyndham is just knocked out of his boots with that clothesline. I don't think Wyndham's been hit that hard for as long as ever since he got done growing up with Blackjack Mulligan as his father. Wyndham is down, and Ernie Ladd is in control, and Ladd again with those hard stomps, just trying to stomp a mud hole in Barry Windham here in the state of Florida. Ladd now is going to follow that up with an attempt at a high back body drop. He needs an agility roll of 7 or lower to hit that. And on a roll of 6, he got him up and over. And Windham is slow to get to his feet. Go Big Cat, says Al, Red Sox fan in the chat room. The Big Cat is in control and goes with a big body slam down hard to the canvas hard. Windham still gets to his feet slowly. Another big body slam, and this time Windham is able to get to one knee. Windham fires back, gets to his feet, and tries to hoist Ernie Ladd up for a body slam of his own. This is a choice maneuver. He's going to need a roll of 9 or lower to get that. But on a roll of 11, Ernie Ladd powers his way out of the body slam attempt. And it is Ladd with a big elbow drop. And he went for the elbow drop. Windham rolls out of the way of that one. A pair of reversals here, back to back. Windham now gets to his feet. And Windham gets Ladd in a suplex position up high overhead, and down to the canvas hard goes Ernie Ladd. Windham now finally has some momentum. What's he going to do? He's going to go to the sleeper. Windham goes right to the sleeper hold, trying to take some of the steam out of this big man. And Ladd staggers over to the ropes to force the referee to break. Windham still in control. And he just nails Ernie Ladd with a drop kick. But Ernie Ladd was not fazed. Boy, for a big dude, Windham could drop kick, but that one had no impact on the even bigger Ernie Ladd. As Ladd with the reversal comes back with a big clothesline and pounds Windham down to the canvas once again. Ernie Ladd follows that up. He's going to go for that high back body drop again. And on a roll of 4, he gets him up, over, and down. And it is Windham who is able to come down on his feet and follow that up and go back with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Ernie Ladd. Coming back the other way on a roll of 7. It is a running back elbow from Barry Windham that stuns the Big Cat. Windham, with James J. Dillon cheering him on, goes again with a drop kick. He got a little bit more of that one, but still could not take Ernie Ladd off his feet. Windham comes back now. He's going to go for that body slam once again. And once again, he is unable to get Ladd over. And it is Ladd who follows up and tries the body slam of his own. Windham ducks out of the back of the body slam. And it is Windham with a drop kick. And he missed everything. Boy, these two have each other scouted to a T. Reversal after reversal. And it is Ernie Ladd who got the last laugh in that series, as Windham missed everything on the drop kick. And Windham is slow to get to his feet, and as he gets up, Ladd just lays into him with a series of roundhouse punches to the side of the head. Windham backed up. Rolls over to one side. Ladd goes for the elbow drop. He missed again. Windham quickly to his feet, and it is Windham with another whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Ernie Ladd, and this time on a roll of 4, it is Windham who sets his head too early, and Ladd comes off with a big running knee lift that puts Windham down onto the canvas once again. Boy, Ladd really looking good here in the early going. He's got an attempt at a knee drop here. That is a choice H maneuver. So we can either run that against an agility roll of 7 or lower, or a death jump rating of A. We're going to go for the 7 or lower. And on a roll of 10, Windham rolls out of the way of that attempted knee drop. And it is Windham in control, and Windham gets Ladd up into the air with another big suplex over and down to the canvas hard. Windham now goes for the cover. The pin roll is snake eyes, but on a roll of 6, Ernie Ladd kicks out. We're at 1 fatigue token each. Windham in control. Windham follows that up. He's going to go up for the death jump. Wyndham going up for the death jump, and on a roll of 5, it is Ernie Ladd who gets to his feet quickly and throws Wyndham down to the canvas hard. Boy, these two men have just gone back and forth, counter for counter. Ernie Ladd now in control, and he's just going to stomp another mud hole into Barry Wyndham as Wyndham tries to stagger to his feet. Ladd is going to go once again for that high back body drop, and this time he got him up, over, and down to the canvas, and Wyndham is once again staggered. Wyndham to his feet. Ladd with a big body slam. Wyndham gets up first, and it is Wyndham with an elbow smash as Ernie Ladd was coming in. And it is Ladd who staggers back. Whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Ernie Ladd, and Wyndham grabs him and slams him down to the canvas hard with a power slam. Big move by Barry Wyndham. Ernie Ladd is stunned and slow to get to his feet, and Wyndham just power slams him again twice in a row. What a show of strength by Barry Wyndham. Wyndham now is going to go back to a high vertical suplex and again takes Ladd over and down to the canvas hard. Wyndham follows that up with a series of European uppercuts, staggering Ladd, forcing Ladd back into the turnbuckle, covering up. Another barrage of European uppercuts. Ladd trying to fight back, pushes Wyndham back out into the center of the ring, but as Ladd comes after him, Wyndham scores with a big kick to the chest, and Ladd is forced back into the turnbuckle. Wyndham now with another drop kick against the turnbuckle, and Ladd is showing some signs of fatigue here. Here's another big power slam from Wyndham, and down to the canvas hard goes Ernie Ladd, and now Ernie is going to leave the ring. And we're going to have some shenanigans on the arena floor. And on a roll of 6, it is Ernie Ladd who just pummels Wyndham on the arena floor. Will we see a disqualification here? No, we will not, as the Big Cat lays the heavy lumber in on Barry Wyndham. Finally, Big Cat throws Wyndham back into the ring. But as Ladd gets back into the ring, Ernie Ladd nails Wyndham with a taped thumb to the throat. Wyndham is gasping and coughing, and that's going to cost him a point of fatigue as Ladd with that dirty thumb to the throat. Unbeknownst to the referee, James J. Dillon is livid at ringside. Ladd follows that up with another big body slam, and down to the canvas again goes Wyndham. He is fighting to regain his breath, but not in time for Wyndham as he rolls out of the way of another big elbow drop. Ernie Ladd might think twice about trying to use that move as Wyndham has countered him every time. And it is Wyndham who is able to get up and drop Ladd with a big body slam down to the canvas. Wyndham starting to catch a second wind as he moves in for another drop kick. But once again, Ernie Ladd had that one scouted, and he dodges that one, and it is Ladd with another big body slam as Wyndham crashes to the mat, missing the drop kick. Body slam by Ladd. Ladd still in control, and now a big boot to the face from Ladd as Wyndham gets to his feet, and Wyndham tumbles out of the ring. Out to the arena floor we go once again, and on a roll of 7 for Wyndham, that's the best man win rolls. Wyndham's a B, Ernie Ladd's an A, so being on the arena floor is to the advantage of the Big Cat here, and the Big Cat is going to put Wyndham back into the ring and stomp some more mud holes in him. Ernie Ladd's got about a size 22 foot, so he don't stomp no ordinary mud holes in a fella. Two big Texans going at it here. Here's another big boot to the face from Ladd. This time Wyndham manages to keep his feet and not tumble out of the ring. And this time dodges another running elbow smash from Ladd. And it is Wyndham who fires back, grabbing the arm of Ladd and whipping Ladd into the ropes. Off the ropes comes Ernie Ladd. And on a roll of 8, it is a running back elbow from Wyndham that takes Ladd down to the mat. Wyndham follows that up with another whip to the ropes as Ladd gets to his feet. And this time, on a roll of 3, it is Ernie Ladd who stops, grabs Wyndham around the back, lifts him up and slams him down to the mat with a big pile driver. Oh my goodness, Ladd got the drop on Wyndham that time. What's Ladd going to do now? He's going to stomp another mud hole in him. And Ladd is going to follow that up with another big back body drop if he can get it. This time WINDHAM is able to avoid that move. And it is WINDHAM who comes back with a European uppercut. European uppercuts by WINDHAM. Ladd fires back with a big clothesline of his own. Ladd follows up that clothesline with another high back body drop. Up, over, and down to the canvas goes WINDHAM. As Ladd follows that up with another big clothesline, and WINDHAM is staggered. Boy, these two behemoths are slugging it out here in Florida. Two big Texicans at war. And now it is another clothesline from Ernie Ladd. Ernie goes for the cover. The pin roll is 4 or lower, and on a roll of 9, WINDHAM kicks out. And James J. Dillon has seen enough. Usually at 3 fatigue tokens is when I go for the manager interference. So James J. Dillon has one shot at it, and on a roll of 7, the manager distracts the opponent, who gets angry and chases the manager out of the ring. So Ernie Ladd took the bait, left the ring, and is in pursuit of James J. Dillon at ringside. WINDHAM recovers and leaves the ring, and we've got a brawl at ringside. This will be resolved on an odd-even roll. WINDHAM gets the even roll, and on a roll of 4, it is WINDHAM who wins the brawl on the outside of the ring. So the interference by James J. Dillon gave his man the opportunity to regain the momentum. And as we go back into the ring, it is WINDHAM dropping a big knee on Ernie Ladd as Ladd crawls in between the ropes. WINDHAM's going to try and follow that up with a body slam. That is a choice maneuver. He needs a 9 or lower to connect on that, and he gets it. Big body slam by WINDHAM. But Ladd no-sells. Ladd gets right up after the big body slam, and it is Ladd with a series of roundhouse punches, and it is a Pier 6 brawl in the center of the ring. Ladd continues to pound away on WINDHAM. WINDHAM backed into the corner, and a big clothesline from Ladd takes WINDHAM down to the mat once again. Another big boot to the face from Ladd. WINDHAM is staggered. WINDHAM is being overpowered, and here's some more hard stomps from the big cat. And now it is WINDHAM who finally is able to grab the arm of Ernie Ladd and send him with a whip to the ropes. Whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Ernie Ladd. And on a roll of 11, it is a flying clothesline from Barry Windham that puts Ladd down on the canvas. Windham got all of that clothesline. Ernie Ladd is down, and Windham now is going to put him up for the Sweetwater Superplex. This is a finishing hold. The pin roll here is 3 or lower. And on a roll of 7, Ladd kicks out. The match continues. Windham still in control. Windham now is going to go for another death jump. Up to the top turnbuckle goes Windham. And on a roll of 7, he comes off the top rope with a flying clothesline that sends Ladd back down into the canvas. Windham in control here. The fans in Orlando are loving it. They don't know who to root for. But it is Windham now pitching Ladd outside the ring. Action will spill out to the arena floor, and this time it is Ernie Ladd once again table. Referee puts the count on him, but will not disqualify. Referee giving some discretion here, as Ernie Ladd takes him back into the ring, and now it's Ladd who's going to go for that knee drop on a roll of 7 or lower, and on a roll of 7 he connects. And Windham is down. Ernie Ladd, large and in charge. He's going to go for that knee drop again. And again, he nails it. And now he's going to go for the cover. The pin roll is 5 or lower. And on a roll of 9, Windham kicks out. How about that? Ladd is in charge here after that attempted pin. And now Ladd is going to go back to the hard stomps. Just stomping away in frustration. Ladd now with a big clothesline takes Windham back down to the canvas. Ernie Ladd now has the momentum as this match goes back and forth. Ladd's going to go for that high back body drop. He got him up, over, and down. But it is Windham who is able to get up to his feet now and follow that up. And Windham catches Ladd coming in with a body slam down to the canvas once again. Windham now with a big suplex. Takes Ladd back to the canvas. Back and forth we go. And now Windham with another big suplex. Both men slow to get to their feet. This has been an exhausting match. We're on to the 20-minute mark here as Wyndham with a drop kick. Didn't get all of that one. Ladd fires back and just grabs Wyndham into a headlock and punches him upside the head. Wyndham follows that up. Oh, he picks Ladd up into the air and slams him down to the canvas once again. Wyndham goes for the cover. The pin roll is 4 or lower, and on a roll of 6, it is Ladd who is able to kick out. Wyndham now, can he take advantage of this opportunity? He's going to go for the figure 4 leg lock. Ladd will not submit, but this is going to slow down the big man, as after several moments of being trapped in a painful figure 4 leg lock, it is Ladd who is able to reach the bottom rope. And now, Wyndham's going to go once again for that Sweetwater superplex. This is a level 0 finisher. 5 or lower is the pin roll, and on a roll of 8, Ladd kicks out. My goodness, 4 fatigue tokens each now, as action continues here in Orlando. Wyndham is going to go up for another death jump. Off the top rope he comes, and on a roll of 10, it is a struggle. It is an agility struggle. Wyndham has the agility advantage, and he is able to kick Ladd away and down to the canvas as Ladd was trying to catch Wyndham before Wyndham could come off the top rope. Wyndham remains in control, and now he is going to have to come down off the top turnbuckle as Ernie Ladd escapes from the ring. Back we go again to the arena floor, and this time it is Wyndham with a stiff right hand on the arena floor that stuns Ernie Ladd. Action goes back into the ring. Wyndham's going to try to slips free of that and smashes Ernie Ladd right between the eyes with an elbow. Ladd staggered back. European uppercuts from Wyndham. A brawl on the arena floor and whips Barry Wyndham into the steel security railing. All right, for folks in the chat room, I am getting some data error messages, so please let me know in the chat if you're experiencing any delays or any sort of interruptions in the stream. But they're back in the ring now. Ernie Ladd is in control after winning the most recent brawl on the arena floor. Ladd now in control, and Ladd is going to pitch Wyndham out of the ring a second time. Will we see some shenanigans here? No, we will not. It's just going to be a straight-up brawl on the arena floor. And on a roll of 2, it is Wyndham who grabs Ladd by the leg and slams him leg first against the steel ring post. And Ernie Ladd was devastated by that move. Wyndham, once again, is going to go to that superplex. The pin rating now is 6 or lower. And on a roll of 4, he got him. How about that? Barry Wyndham, after a grueling match, wins it with the Sweetwater superplex, taking advantage of the situation after slamming the leg of Ernie Ladd into the steel ring post outside the ring. That gave Wyndham the opportunity to finally hit that superplex, and it was not going to be any chance for Ernie Ladd to escape. So your winner and still Atlantic heavyweight champion after a tremendous battle is Barry Wyndham. He is celebrating with James J. Dillon at ringside as Ladd pounds his fist into the mat in frustration, and Wyndham has secured his grip on the Atlantic heavyweight championship. Perhaps he'll be in line for a title opportunity against the world champion by virtue of that victory. We'll have to wait and see when the next rankings come out, but for tonight, Barry Wyndham and James J. Dillon are celebrating, and I need a drink of some Diet Root Beer to refresh the pipes after that magnificent battle between Barry Wyndham and Ernie the Big Cat Ladd here in Orlando. Congratulations to Barry Wyndham, who has successfully defended the Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. All right, it is now time for the main event. Down and out, the Big Cat says, Al Red Sox fan. The ring is set. It's going to be mano a mano for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger. 6'1", 245 pounds, out of Beverly Hills, California. He is the reigning Pro Wrestling Mid-America champion. Challenging now for the World Heavyweight Championship, he is Nick Bockwinkel. Bockwinkel, a legendary figure here in the Heartland. In fact, Bockwinkel is the only man in the history of Heartland Championship Wrestling to record 2 victories over Andre the Giant, both by way of the Bockwinkel Sleeper, a very dangerous finishing hold. But the champion, reigning and defending, almost as big as Andre the Giant, he is a mountain of a man, 6'5", 452 pounds, out of the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. He is your reigning and defending NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Big Van Vader. All right, Vader has become a beloved figure around the NWA and around Heartland Championship Wrestling, whether it be battling up in Patriot Championship Wrestling or defending his title in Texas or any place he goes. He is a beloved heavyweight champion, and he is going to have his work cut out for him against Nick Bockwinkel here tonight in Orlando. As the two men come to the center of the ring, Nick Bockwinkel is trying to play the mind games on Vader. Vader's having none of it, as Vader just flexes in the face of Bockwinkel, and the referee pushes them apart and calls for the bell, and your main event is underway. And the opening initiative roll is won by Vader. Vader comes at Bockwinkel. He's going to try for a drop kick. Bockwinkel gets out of the way of that. Bockwinkel has the agility advantage, and it is Bockwinkel who's going to fire back with a drop kick of his own. This is a choice C maneuver, so he's going to need a roll of 7 or lower to connect on that. And on a roll of 6, it is Bockwinkel who hits the drop kick. And Vader is staggered but does not leave his feet. Bockwinkel follows that up with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Vader. And on a roll of 5, it is Vader with a running shoulder tackle that puts Bockwinkel down onto the canvas. Big running shoulder tackle by Vader. And Vader is now in control. And it's Vader with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Bockwinkel. And on a roll of 6, it is a running clothesline from Bockwinkel that staggers Vader. Bockwinkel tries to follow that up, goes for the big back suplex, gets him up, over, and down to the canvas hard. How about that? Nick Bockwinkel using that leverage masterfully. Vader still off balance. Bockwinkel was able to half suplex and half backdrop the big man down to the canvas. And Bockwinkel's going to go for a quick cover, but Vader kicks right out of that. Bockwinkel just trying to get into the head of Vader with that move. And now, Bockwinkel is going to go for the figure 4 leg lock. Bockwinkel first to get to his feet. He's got the figure 4 locked on. The submission roll is 4 or lower here. And on a roll of 6, Vader is able to get his hands on the bottom rope and force the hold to be broken. But Bockwinkel already is showing some of that ring savvy, that veteran ring generalship, if that's a word, that makes Nick Bockwinkel a dangerous opponent indeed. He is not intimidated by the size and power of Big Van Vader. And now it is another figure 4 leg lock, as Bockwinkel just pulls Vader back to the middle of the ring. The submission roll now is 5 or lower, and on a roll of 11, Vader powers out of that one. Vader has already picked up 3 quick fatigue tokens as Bockwinkel stays on the attack. And now it is going to be an attempt at a pile driver from Bockwinkel as Vader gets to his feet. He didn't get all of that one, but Vader's still stunned. And Bockwinkel follows that up just with an elbow drop to the leg of Vader. Bockwinkel still working that leg after the figure 4. What's Bockwinkel going to do now? He drops his elbow on the knee once again. And Vader is still down, and he is slamming his fists into the canvas in frustration. As Bockwinkel now is going to let Vader get to his feet, but Bockwinkel is going to come with that drop kick. And once again, he nails that drop kick, and Vader is staggered. Vader staggering back, favoring that left knee. as Bockwinkel moves in. And Bockwinkel now is going to maneuver him into an abdominal stretch. Abdominal stretch applied by Nick Bockwinkel. Will he be able to force the submission here? The submission roll is 5 or lower on this abdominal stretch. And on a roll of 6, Vader is just able to survive and finally make his way to the ropes. Vader showing signs of severe fatigue here as Bockwinkel is in control. What's Bockwinkel going to do now? He goes for the sleeper. The Bockwinkel sleeper is applied. And Vader is now in the center of the ring. His arms are flailing. Where you may see a submission here on a roll of 8 or lower. And on a roll of 7, he got him. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Giant Slayer, Nick Bockwinkel, dominated that match and wins it with the Bockwinkel sleeper. And we have a new World Heavyweight Champion. Nick Bockwinkel has taken down Big Van Vader. He just did everything he wanted to in that match. He had all the leverage. He had all the smarts. He worked the knee on that figure 4 leg lock until Vader could barely keep his feet. And then Bockwinkel locked in the sleeper hold and put the lights out on Big Van Vader and put the lights out on Vader's World Heavyweight title reign. So congratulations to Nick Bockwinkel, your new NWA World Heavyweight Champion. History has been made here in Orlando, Florida, as Nick Bockwinkel has captured the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. He is a first-time heavyweight world champion, and he is a proud man strutting around the ring. And Vader has got frustration on his face as he rolls out of the ring and staggers away, still favoring that left leg. But Vader knows that on this occasion, the better man won. And Vader has got dismay on his mind as Nick Bockwinkel celebrates in the ring as your new World Heavyweight Champion. As Al Red Sox fan says, thanks for the matches. Wow, he dominated. He did indeed. Referee James Lawrence, Nick Bockwinkel whipped Vader. Wow. And the referee's decision is final. And in this case, it is referee James Lawrence who has confirmed that we have a victor and a new NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Nick Bockwinkel. All right, friends, thank you all for coming out tonight. James Lawrence, Al, Red Sox fan. Derek Bauman was here earlier. Cleveland baseball fan 879 was with us, and a good time was had by all. I hope to get some more wrestling on the channel on Saturday. Stay tuned to the Facebook group or the Filsinger Games message boards, and you'll see announcements about what will be happening this weekend on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. And until then, that's our stream, and I am out of here.